A very good day I bid to all of you. Today, we would like to highlight a topic that is quite interesting to be discussed on global warming. So, I'm sure that every one of us are familiar with that term. Before we proceed to our forum, I would like to introduce our panelists today. So, on my right, Adi as our head of NGO, which is National Geographic Organization. The person next to her is Aisha, Professor of Environmental Science at National University of Malaysia. And not to forget, I, as news reporter of Star newspaper. So I welcome you all to the forum. Okay, briefly, global warming is known as a gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere attributed to the greenhouse effect caused by increase of levels of carbon dioxide, CFCs and other pollutants. Sea levels and temperatures are rising, but most Malaysians don't link this to climate change, and even fewer care about this issue. Experts say it's true the country adapted to the phenomenon that it will only grow. Are they serious about this? So, as an head of NGO, what do you think the main causes of global warming?
Thank you to the moderator. Today, I'm as a head NGO going to talk about the causes of the global warming. So it is best to believe that there are many causes that leads to global warming. It is caused by increase of concentration of greenhouse gases, mainly from the human activities such as burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and farming. And today I'm going to focus on two main causes, which are greenhouse gases and farming. Both of these are most related, and I'm going to explain it later why I say that it is related. So global warming occurs when the carbon dioxide and other air pollutants and greenhouse gases collect in the atmosphere and absorb sunlight. So it is bounced off the Earth's surface, and normally this radiation would escape into space, but the pollutants can last for years to centuries, and it causes the Earth getting hotter and hotter by day. So that is known as greenhouse effects. And I forgot to mention that carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and methane gas are examples of greenhouse gases. They trap the solar heat rays and prevent it from escaping from the surface of the Earth. Among three of them, which do you think are the most powerful and that more effective in trapping heat? It is methane. So it can trap the heat in the atmosphere than carbon dioxide by 20 times. And as I said earlier, farming is like more related to greenhouse effects because animals, particularly livestock like sheep and cattle, produce methane, greenhouse gases. When these livestock are grazed at a large scale, then they will produce a lot of greenhouse gases, methane. So it is a big contributor to global warming. Some fertilizers that farmers use in farming also produce nitrous oxide, which is another greenhouse gases. So from my research, Malaysia contribute about 3% of greenhouse gases. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Adi, for your opinion about our topic today. How about you, Aisha? What's your point of view? Do you want to add something on your cause of global warming?
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share the information about the topic today. So as environmental science lecturer, I believe that the global warming is not a new phenomena, and it is already been felt by all people around the world. As elaborated by Adi earlier, she said that the emission of toxic is the major causes of global warming. So here I would like to add my point, which is the human contribution to the amount of aerosol in atmosphere is of various forms. So for instance, the dust is a a byproduct of agriculture. The burning of biomass will generate a mixture of droplets, organic droplets, and soot particles. Many industrial processes produce wide diversity of aerosols depending on what is burned or what is generated in the manufacturing process. As a result, if this matter continues unrestrained and nothing effective is done to limit this evil, it will cause negative impact to the world.
Thank you to Aisha. What I can conclude from Adi and Aisha is greenhouse effect can be defined as warming of the Earth's surface and lower atmosphere that tends to intensity with an increased atmospheric carbon dioxide. Meanwhile, forest burning and deforestation often gets a bad rap because of its association with the global warming. So it is correct, right? So what is the effect of global warming? Can you explain to us, Ain?
Thank you, moderator, for allowing me to voice my opinion regarding global warming. For your information, global warming also can link to climate change, such as we can relate to El Nino that happen to our country every year. But as usual, people tend to accept this rising temperature track as just a passing annual event. So, I will discuss about effect of global warming. The first effect that I'm going to talk about rising of sea level. It causes a huge loss of value and infrastructure, as well need for massive population relocation. For example, we can take a look to Malaysia. Malaysia is among the countries with the highest population living in low elevation coastal zone. Furthermore, it can give threats to economic activities too. Besides, the other effects of global warming is change in rainfall patterns. The extreme precipitation from prolonged rainstorms and soil erosion. We had a taste of this already. For instance, we can take a look of massive flood that happened in December 2014, which give a lot of huge impact to Malaysia, especially to Kelantan, Pahang, Perak and Terengganu.
Thank you, Ain. I can say that we should know our responsibility to preserve our earth before the global warming gives more impact, as Ain mentioned just now. So, however, Adi, what do you think it will happen if global warming is not concerned and take as serious issues?
Thank you, moderator. I think global warming is expected to have far-reaching, long-lasting, and in many cases, devastating consequences for Earth. One of the immediate effect and the obvious one is global warming increase the temperature around the world. So we can observe this happening in real time in many places. So we experience the days are getting hotter and more frequent, and which that leads to increase in the risk of sea level, as Ain said just now. So then it is like a cycle where the effects like relate to each other. So when this raise in sea level, it will cause the hurricane, the floods and the droughts will become more common, and hurricanes and storms are likely to become stronger, and government need to spend a lot of money to fix the damage. Once a disaster occurs, many people have died and disease, so people can face severe crop failures and livestock shortage because of the floods and droughts. So I think that's all for me. Thank you. So it's short, right?
Now I realize that global warming is very serious problem that is way more dangerous for our generation as it affects their future. So it is everyone's role to overcome this problem. How about the ways to overcome global warming? I think our lecturer of environmental science, Aisha, can answer this question. What can you say about this?
Okay, so we know that the effects of global warming is increases day by day, and we cannot leave the earth temperature become warmer. In fact, that students' understanding about the causes and effect of the global warming is still low. So as a lecturer, I need to design an assessment mode for students to upgrade their learning in class, then solve the problem of global warming. One of the model is critical thinking. The model includes all components of scientific approach by doing some technique and test forms. Next is the importance of knowledge of global warming has to be distributed and introduced to the public since the beginning by providing knowledge in school. The purpose of these methods are to increase the competence of global warming in learning process because this knowledge which can gradually make people aware that the cause of global warming is due to the human activity itself.
So as a news reporter of Star newspaper, you have done research and published news based on global warming. Is there any news which grabbed your attention based on global warming?
Lastly, I'm going to talk about solution of global warming. As we know, all people should have responsibility to take care of our Earth from global warming. First, we can spread awareness. Among Malaysians about the effect of global warming. For example, 100 people joined a demonstration from Sogo to Dataran Merdeka for climate change as part of global strike. For example, we can see the news that published in September 2019 in The Star. Second, the hazards caused by global warming are tremendous. Excessive use of fossil fuels such as coal, natural gas and oil play a part in it too. The usage of fossil fuels should be discontinued immediately. The most significant solution to put an end to this disaster is the use of alternative energy sources. They include wind, solar, biomass, geothermal and hydro. They do not produce any sort of pollution and toxic gases that can lead to global warming. Most importantly, fossil fuels will deplete one day sooner or later. We have to run the renewable energy sources for energy production. Thank you.
Thank you to our all panelists today for sharing of their thought on our topic today. So overall, I have understood our Earth is sick. We humans need to heal the Earth. Global warming causes many problems for humans, but we humans who make global warming happens. So many people have died because of disease or disasters. It also affects the economics of the country. However, we need to reduce the global warming by using less gasoline, recycle, and humans should help to reduce the global warming instead of making it worse. So hopefully today's discussion can be acknowledged by all of us, and we should stay united and work together so that global warming can be prevented from being worse. So thank you.